Okay, now this is a good thing. This can be quite interesting actually. This is a big hoverboard, yeah, with 10-inch inflatable wheels. Now these wheels have got brushless motors in the hubs, powerful brushless motors. This thing can hold up to 100 kilos, which is what, 100 kilos, that's 2.2 pounds, so 220 pounds of weight, and still drive. This one goes up to about 20 kilometers an hour. I picked it up for 30 euros. The battery was dead. I just had to change the battery, but with the mode, you know, with everything, they were all the fashion. And now they've gone out of fashion. You can pick them up on second-hand sites for next to nothing. I got one for my daughter for next to nothing. But what's interesting is this. This has a 42 volt double brushless escape unit in it that's very powerful. All the heat sinks and MOSFETs are in. It's got the Hall sensors that go to the hubs. These are the gyro boards on each side, but I won't be using these. I'll actually be using another gyro. And what is good about it is right here, you've got this here to put header pins on. You can actually flash the firmware. Now I'm going to be flashing a special firmware on there that I can actually make this radio controlled, which means I can control each. I'll be taking it all out of here and putting it. I'm hoping to use maybe a pit droid or one of Mr. Baddeley's droids and make something. I'm going to test a few things first, and then I've got a little idea, a big idea behind all this, because this is, if I had to buy this now, I was looking at O-Drive. I'm probably going to get one on O-Drive. But the O-Drives are a dual escape system that's programmable, but I'm going to see how far I can get with this first, because the O-Drives are around 150 quid for a double escape, and I've got everything I need in this. Like I said, you've got all the Hall sensor controls, which can be used without these gyro boards. Like I said, this is the main chip, and using these header pins, there are loads of different firmwares available for doing all kinds of projects, linking up an Arduino, which I'm probably going to do as well, using an Arduino and radio control. The radio control is dead easy to set up, because you actually do set it up. You've got all the you've got I think it's this one, yeah. Now you don't use the voltage here. You're going to have to pick up the 5 volts. There's a 5 volt regulator in here. This must be it. Oh, let's get this in for I'll check it, but this is the 5 volt regulator. So I'll take the 5 volts from there, and then you've got the ground and the signal wire. And once I flash the firmware, it'll take S-bus or PPM, PPM. So it'll use one wire from the RC unit to control these two motors, left, right, forwards, backwards, brake. It's quite an amazing piece of kit that's I'm really going to dig into, and it's not that difficult. There are a few Python codes, Arduino codes, and such. What's so interesting is you can pick these up for dirt cheap. If I was to buy 2 escapes that can handle 42 volts, I know it's 36, but when it's charged up, it's 42 volts. Yeah, it's a 10S 2P. 10S 2P lithium-ion battery. Now I made this one. I made them myself. You can get them pretty cheap. They're about 50 quid now. I make them a lot cheaper than that. So I'm going to take all this apart, and I'll come back. Okay, back again. So it's all been taken apart, and I've kept what's useful, which is almost everything. So what did I get for me 30 euros? Right, I got a charger that'll charge my 36 volt 42 real battery. because there's actually a charging circuit in there that will charge it up, because it comes with a handy little XT60 that goes to the battery. I got this superb little board that's programmable. I'm going to solder on some header pins there. Now you do need an ST-Link version 2. They're quite cheap. You can get them for about, well, even Amazon sell them for about £9, €10, $10. It's just an ST-Link that allows it to communicate through Arduino. You can program it with Arduino as well, yeah. It's completely flashable, yeah. So this comes with, well, you've got your, for the brushless motors, the Hall sensors that come out, little buzzer, 2 speed controllers that will take easily these motors that I told you, the 10-inch wheels, so that's 10-inch, 2.5, 25 centimeter diameter wheels that will do, like I said, around 20 miles an hour. And with this battery, I'll probably get, I mean, if you're putting around 60-70 kilos on it, you get about 20, if you're going at 20 miles an hour all the time, you'd get about what, 12, 15 kilometers with something around 30. Say 30, if I had 30 kilos, which is really giving it some as well, on 30 kilos, probably get around 20 kilometers at least. I have played with it when it was a hoverboard. This was the result. Don't ask. So what did I get for my money? I got all this, and I also got some LEDs, programmable LEDs that were back and front, 2 gyro boards which will get used, but the main thing is these. Now if I was to buy these brushless motors, they're 350 watts each, so that's 700 watts of brushless motor in a hub, and I've actually got the cast for putting them in, and I'll cut the plate so that they've actually got a thing here, a flat spot, so you can actually screw them down if you're doing your robot. Now I'm thinking, I'm not sure, maybe like I said, it's all while I've been back from hospital, I've not been doing much. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and hang on a second, something's beeping. It's the cooker. Right, just to finish it off, well, like I said, I got all this. Like I said, the speed. This really is a nice. All this for €30, and you can pick them up. I'm going to pick up a few more. I did say, I'm sorry, I was getting on with cooking. Like I said, you just need an ST-Link V2. It's just a little dongle that you plug in that for flashing the firmware, the new firmware on it, dirt cheap. The chargers with it, so it's going to be the base of a robot. But I'm going to do some testing. You can use it for all sorts, electric wheelbarrow, all sorts, but we're droids, yeah? We're droids, we're Mr. Badley's droids, and it's going to be used for one of Mr. Badley's droids, but I don't know which one, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. There you go. Okay,